What is up, nerds, and welcome back to Bolton Brook Outdoors. Today we're doing a little deer archery hunting. That's right, I wouldn't say it's extremely early season archery season here in Tennessee. It's like 6:10 this morning. I'm kind of running behind. I was hoping to already be sitting down in the blind. So we had a massive cold front and a bunch of storms move through. And today is gonna be the first day that's not raining. So the deer should be everywhere. So hopefully we'll be able to pick ourselves out a little bit of a good shot and fling a nice little, I don't even know how many grains my arrows are, to be honest. Worse than fling a good arrow at a deer and see if we can stick it right in the heart. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's about it. That's about all I got. So I'll see you nerds when we get there.
So there I was. It was like 6:30 when I sat down, and a group of does moves up on my right side to cross my shooting lane. And this doe walks out right at about 15 yards, but stood behind a tree for every bit of minute and a half. And I was at full draw that whole time because I'm a newbie and I have no idea what I'm doing. So this deer is sitting there looking at me, not moving, and eventually walks right out into the shooting lane, and I take a shot at her. So yeah, as you saw, it wasn't my best move ever. I shot a little bit too far forward and I grazed the front left shoulder, bypassing anything vital, and that deer went on and we actually saw it a couple weeks later.
Alright guys, we're in the stand. It's 2:43. It gets dark around 5 o'clock. So we've got like 2.5 hours to make this work. So we're gonna try our best to get this done. Alright, let's get set up.
And after just a little bit of waiting, I found something absolutely insane.
Bro, this gray squirrel is elusive. There he is. Can y'all see him? Yeah, y'all can see him. The top part of the screen there. There we go. Yeah, y'all can see that little gray squirrel. It's been very quiet. Like it got so quiet you could hear like a pin fall. Like it was quiet. Sorry, I'll keep watching the squirrel. They always climb up into that one dead tree. Bro, I want to snipe them so bad.
A few moments later.
Let's go down, guys. We got a spike to our load.
And here's where the sadness bar starts to set in. He's behind this main post in front of you to your right, you can see right here. And he stood behind it for, I don't know, 10 minutes. And I'm slowly losing my mind. Like, I'm sweating so hard. Like, I'm having to control my breathing. Like, it's just a spike. But, like, this would be my first bow kill, period. And if he walks out into the shooting lane, if I had to guess, he's going to walk out into a really good spot. So I'm just waiting on this deer to walk out. And this is a solid deer. Like, I mean, no, this is nothing massive. But, like, for me, for a first bow kill, I would willingly take a spike. Like, I was super excited about this deer. And he just keeps... I kind of think that he probably winded me. Now, I don't know why. It wasn't really... The wind wasn't blowing, really. And if it was blowing in my face, so that would have been beneficial. But I think it was just barely blowing enough, and to where he just didn't feel comfortable enough being in that area. So the more we watch him, he finally moves into the shooting lane, and he never gives me a clear shot, one I feel comfortable taking, and he gets away from me.
What's up, nerds? It's about 5:30 this morning, and we're trying to get down into the stand here. Moving into a new spot you haven't seen before. Try to get down into a tree stand a little deeper in the woods. It is the first day of muzzleloader season, so we're gonna get in here and try to kill us a deer.
So the way that this morning starts off is, as you heard me say, oh, I'm going to a new stand, right? So I hike all the way to this other tree stand that I was going to climb up and hunt, the first day of muzzleloader in the new area, right? Pretty cool. But as you're seeing now, I'm in the same blind as normal. So what happened is that I was walking around in the woods for probably about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, just, looking for a random tree stand in the woods. And I couldn't find it at all. So instead, I sprinted back holding 50 pounds of gear to this blind right as it was getting light and was just kind of looking around. But that's about it.
Look at the little guy. All right, this is the 7 o'clock check-in. It is 7:07 a.m. First day of muzzleloader season here in Tennessee. Is that a bird or a squirrel? I've seen nothing all morning. It's been very, very quiet. I had a couple squirrels barking earlier, and they shut up completely. And they weren't barking at me. That was the thing. They were barking at something else. I just wanted to do a little 7 o'clock check-in. That hit hard. I would rate that yawn probably like a 9 out of 10. That yawn was buzzing. That was a pretty good yawn. We're walking in. Should be a good morning or evening. I don't know what it is. It's an evening. We're on a new stand. Should be good. I'm packing light today. Just the camera, my gun, and just the ammo that's in it. I'm trying to ease up in here. We'll see how it goes. I'll pick y'all up once we're in this blind. I haven't heard nothing running yet, so I think we're good. Alright guys, we're in the stand. We're about 10 foot up. I'll show you all my surroundings. We're gonna get real still, real quiet. I think there's a good chance we're killing something today, boys. Alright, let me show you around. So, looking straight in front of me, I don't think y'all can even tell that is straight down a hill. And that little opening down there is a hot spot for deer. Then over to my left, we have a road. And that road, big bucks travel all the time. And we have that same road leading off to the right. So we're gonna sit still and try to kill something.
So finally, we get a group of deer to come out. we've seen this group of young fawns move around by themselves for the past week or so, but obviously we're not going to take a shot on them. But in the very front of this group, out of the clear blue, we see a nice sized doe moving through the pack. Now, I don't think that she has any connection to these random fawns because, again, we've been seeing these fawns pretty consistently, but no deer, no big deer, nothing we're shooting at. So then one day we see this big old doe show up, and I'm kind of like, you know what? We're putting her in the dirt. We're putting her in the dirt. So they started all the way across the field, worked their way towards us really, really slow. Like, she was so suspicious of us. It's crazy. And she moves in closer till I get my perfect shot.
So after a literal week of hunting, we finally saw a deer that was worth shooting. Got a nice sized little doe over here. I don't know if nice size and little works. I don't know. I'm just excited. They popped out, and man, she was only 20 yards from me, I think. I mean, that 300 Win Mag put her down. We're walking up on her now. Dang. I wonder how that blood trail looked, honestly. I might walk back over there. Let's see. I want to flip around and show you. There she is. I do not see an exit, and I'm not seeing blood. The way she was facing, I thought I got it blown out like about right there. And I might have, I don't know. Let me flip her over and see. That's a pretty good doe though. Like, it's nothing massive, but that's the biggest doe I've seen all year. So, bro, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Let's see, is this where I think it is? Is this the hole? No? Lots of blood there. I really don't see an exit wound. I might have honestly put it in that other shoulder. So, I shot her. She was looking at me. And I put it between that front shoulder. Let's see there, yeah. That's about where it went in. She wasn't turned in a weird way, so I didn't like Texas heart shot her. Or I didn't go all the way through her. I definitely only put it to that front part, so I really would have thought that would have exited. But, because I mean, she lost all function in that arm, yeah. It's clicky. Yeah, also it fully rotates that way, so